evening. Graham Rawlins with the Wednesday edition of News Geelong. Another award for Geelong. Business Events Geelong has taken a hat-trick of awards with its third consecutive Victorian Meetings Industry Awards for the year 2010 announced recently. The crowning glory of the ladies was on full view at the recent Victorian Regional Hairdressing competitions held at the home of thoroughbreds, the Geelong Racing Club, last weekend. And later in the program, the Flying Hawk Nathan Curry brings us the action-packed world of Geelong sport, and Sparkling Lani Salathiel will update you with the next week of weather in and around Geelong. If you are a Rotarian and your club names you a Paul Harris Fellow, be proud and honoured, as the club is honouring you in a very special way. No one can buy a Paul Harris Fellow, and recognition and all those recognised with a fellowship are humbled and honoured. Meryl Friend reports on a very special Paul Harris Fellow.
There are so many people who give in our community of Geelong, and Pat Naughtin is one of those, a member of the Belmont Rotary for the last 10 years. He's been involved in education, in environment, and now particularly with the bowel scan program. And his recognition of all of these great events were taken on board by him becoming the latest recipient of the Paul Harris Fellow Award.
I cannot tell you just the shock and just the nature of a thing. It's called the Paul Harris Fellow Award, and it's for services to Rotary clubs is the way the award is. And it's funded by somebody, and they contribute to Rotary clubs internationally. So $1,000 will go into completing the Polio Plus campaign. So that will all be spent on children to prevent them getting polio.
Now, you've been involved with Rotary for over 10 years. You've been doing so much good work for so many people in the community. Have you got a highlight?
Oh, that's a bit harder. I think the bowel scan program, because I've influenced so many people to get their bowel scan done, to get the little poo test done, and that has just saved so many lives, and I really am very happy about that. I'm happiest when I was in the hospital the other day, and I walked into a ward and the lady said, "It's all your fault." She actually said, "It's all your bloody fault," but we anyway, and she had a test done at my instigation, and they were able to treat it early, and it saved her life.
Meryl Friend for News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl, and congratulations to Geelong's Patrick Naughtin for a further honour being added to his continuing community service. The Victorian Meetings Industry Awards have recognised Business Events Geelong as a proven industry leader at a national level for the third consecutive year. The organisation, which assists in the procurement and delivery of business conferences and events in Geelong, won the Regional Destination Marketing Organisation category for the 2010 year, as Meryl Friend reports.
Earlier in the year, we spoke with Councillor Bruce Harwood about the Business Events Geelong winning the award for the Victorian section 3 times over. Now, they have also won the National Award, and for the second time we were able to catch up with him.
Getting the third state title, but then going on to win a national business events award. So a huge coup for the city and an unbelievable coup for the business events unit attached to the city through Geelong Awake Tourism.
And so what do you think Geelong have to offer? Why is it really doing so well? What sort of criteria is required?
Well, I think the main criteria is that when people come to a region, they actually feel comfortable in the region, they enjoy it while they're here. They're here to do business and to obviously integrate with their other colleagues and discuss their agendas, but they have to be in an environment that they enjoy, and I guess they vote with their feet. They keep coming back, and they actually do genuinely enjoy the Geelong region and what it has to offer. We're not a capital city, you know, we have that sort of slower pace of life, which I think they enjoy. Most of the events people do come from, high-end, stressful environments. I think Geelong offers a little sort of respite from that. So I think we're very lucky that we can offer that, but we also offer good surroundings for them to hold their conferences in. and have their events run in a professional manner. So I think we've been very rightly rewarded for that. Flying into Avalon from any part of Australia, which you can now, makes it a whole lot easier for people to come in. 20-minute trip down the road and you're in Geelong in your hotel, nice and easy. And I think the 09-10 period, we had over 15,000 delegates come to the region, which economically means about $56 million into Geelong. That's money from outside the region coming into Geelong. So that's not a bad result.
From City Hall, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. Rotary's southern districts focused on the abilities of those with disabilities with the annual Shine On Awards that recognise and acknowledge service for the benefit of others and have demonstrated a significant level of achievement whilst managing a specific medical disorder or disability. Meryl Friend reports.
We're here at Deakin University where the Rotary Clubs districts of the southern areas are having their special Shine On Awards. These have been running for about 12 years and it's celebrating all the abilities of people with disabilities, those who volunteer their time and efforts out in the community even though they have disabilities themselves.
I'd love to tell you about the background. It's actually grown amazingly in the 12 years we've been running. The first 2 years were part of one that was being dealt with in Queensland and then came down to Victoria 2 years later. And from there it's grown from a small number to encompass all of the districts within Victoria and even crossing into the outer edge of South Australia and New South Wales. So we're very, very proud of it, and we're so proud of the people that are able to come forward and be recognised through it.
Well, anywhere from almost into South Australia and southern New South Wales and right over to the farthest eastern point of Victoria.
And as your role as chairperson, what have you been able to witness over the years with all these amazing people?
Oh, it's very hard to say. There are just so many stories and so many amazing people who do so many amazing things despite having, you know, disabilities. They're just wonderful people. So it's great to be part of it, and it's great to be part of the organisation too.
Surprising. I didn't expect it. I'm just a person who gets on with life, and really since I became disabled through MS, I have had opportunities to take risks and put myself out there, and I'm not embarrassed about my disability anymore. And I thought, I've got a voice, I'll start being heard. So that's what I've been doing ever since, and that made me a recipient of the Shine On Award, which was lovely. I can remember when doctors first diagnosed me, it was all very sad, it was all very miserable, and they kept saying everything that you planned for your life wouldn't happen, and I refused to believe that. And I can say whether my life was going to be extraordinary or not, it is extraordinary, and maybe my disability has forced me to take life by the throat, and I have taken it by the throat over and over again.
It's a great honour that we have been able to have here in Geelong. We're very thrilled to be hosting it this year, and Bayside Rotary Club, we tend to do a lot of things like this. We also have our Ken Wilkes Award that is exactly the same type of thing, only it's just for the Geelong area. So we're always looking for other companies and people to nominate those people, and they're held in October each year. So very similar, a little bit of a smaller scale, but just as exciting.
From Deakin University, Meryl Friend, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. This is News Geelong Wednesday edition, as we go to a break and return with more news after this.